Welcome, everybody. This is Joe Davis and Sean Groom here tonight at Miami Trace, bringing you the Miami Trace Panthers versus the Waverly Tigers. Waverly just lost a game last night. They are now 7-6. They played Portsmouth West, who was last place in their league, and they lost to them. And now Waverly is now 7-6 overall and 1-3 in the league. And they're in the Southern Ohio League. And what kind of game are you looking for tonight?
Well, I think Trace will try to push the pace tonight, try to get up and down. Waverly, as we talk, there's on the smallish side. Trace's length will play some dividends on both ends of the floor tonight. So I look for them to be on the attack and try and push the pressure tonight.
That's sort of what I was expecting. If Trace plays their game, this should be an easy game for Trace. I don't want to say it's going to be an easy game for Trace because as soon as you do that, you'll jinx them or something will happen.
Absolutely.
And you don't want them thinking that. I know the coaches are probably downplaying that, telling them how good the team, even though with their loss record, how good they've been playing this year. And probably will mention the wins, who they've played, who they've won, bring that out to them. But in an overall game, if Trace plays their game tonight, they should take care of this okay tonight.
Yeah, like I said, both teams coming off a game last night, so that equals out. Trace with the long trip to Jackson last night and come away with a league victory. So they was in this morning, I know, shooting around and keeping their legs fresh. And so we know nobody slept till noon, that's for sure, because they was in here at 8 this morning.
8 this morning, that's the thing. And I was refereeing this morning, so got my stuff done and got over here. And, I know I've watching both teams warm up, and, of course, I've seen Trace all year. Total size-wise, Trace, you can see a size advantage. Now, there is one or two boys on this team from Waverly that aren't, got some size to them, but as an overall, they look young to me. Now, one thing brought up, there are 3 sets of brothers on this team.
For Waverly.
Gunnar Myers and Sawyer Myers are twin brothers, one 6'4", one 6'5", so there's the size.
And they're both freshmen.
And they are both freshmen. And then you got Tegan Hurt and Talon Hurt that are brothers. One's a freshman, one's a senior. And then you've got the Caden Nybert and Carson Nybert. And again, one's a senior and one's a freshman. So there's 3 sets of brothers on this team.
Yeah, the Myers and the Hurt brothers are 6'4", 6'3", so they are a big family, let's say.
Yeah, there are, again, I looked out there and said they're not that tall, but again, they got 1, 2, 3 6'3", a 6'2", and a 6'4", and a 6'5". So this team's taller than it looks, just from standing here looking at them.
Yeah.
And you never know. A team that, you think, hey, we should win this. They could come out here hotter than a firecracker and giving them fits. But you never know what team's going to show up against you.
Yeah, I try to tell everybody, you look at wins and losses, and you can't go by that in the sport of basketball because it all comes down to matchups, night in and night out. I mean, just because a team doesn't match up with a team that likes to run up and down the floor constantly, but they're a team that can slow it down and play big ball underneath.
Tempo means a big deal.
You may not be able to match up with that regardless of what their record is. So if you're not hitting outside shots, you got to take it inside where
Several years ago, after Clinton Massey went to the state, they were supposed to play East Clinton like on December 14th. Well, that game got backed up till February because Clinton Massey was still playing football. And so they got backed up. Well, at the end of the season, East Clinton had only won like 2 or 3 games, and Clinton Massey was going for an undefeated basketball season. When the game started, East Clinton came down the floor and hit their first 7 3-point shots. Boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, it's 21-7. And now Massey got back in the game and he even took the lead, I think, with 2 minutes to go. He ended up losing. But it just shows you any team at any time can
get hot. And make things happen.
That's right. And so you never know what's going to happen until it happens, so to speak. Well, we got 6:40 left on the clock. Mr. Osborne coming over gradually to get something from the bench.
Ozzie never gets in a hurry. That's his mentality. He's cool and calm all the time. Takes it all in by stride.
Right, Ozzie? Right. All right. Oh, here comes another one coming over sort of casual-like. Mr. Armstrong?
Yes, sir.
He also when you look at him, he just looks like that. Oh, I just think I'll go over here and get me a drink right now, you know.
Yeah, you know those baseball players have different mindsets sometimes.
Yes. I am looking forward to this game tonight, though. You know, it's like.
Yeah, I know from the Trace side being senior night and all that deal, so we'll see some different rotations starting off this game.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll start all their seniors, which don't always start.
Yeah, Trace will be starting your seniors.
Ben Matthews, Colton May, Brady Armstrong, Austin Bodecker, and Bryson Osborne will be the senior starting, I'm sure. And that's still not a bad group right there, you know.
All but Ben Matthews are your normal starters anyway.
Right, I was going to say most of them are starters.
You trade your 6'7" for your 5'11", so.
Yeah, Mr. Guthrie, one of the few games he won't be starting, but he'll be in there shortly, I'm sure.
It won't take long.
No.
We opened this gym when it first opened on a senior night, and just happened to one of the girls that we had start. Of course, we started our seniors, and who didn't start. And by God, if she didn't score the first bucket in this gym, that was just, you know, a wow moment when you got a girl who's starting basically probably the first time in 4 years and being senior night in a new gym and makes the first bucket.
Makes the first bucket. That's a nice memory that she'll have the rest of her life. Okay, I'm looking at the referees. I don't know them, so the one in the middle looks familiar. Being a referee and refereeing for years and years and years, but I don't know a lot of the Southeast referees. And some of the referees you get here are Southwest and Southeast. But if they come up from Portsmouth or somewhere, I don't know those guys a lot of times.
I've had the two, the fella in the beard I have not had.
Yeah, that's the one I said I don't know. The other two look familiar. And I may have refereed both with those guys before, or if nothing else, may have at least watched games that they've refereed.
Starting for Waverly tonight is Gunnar Myers, who's a 6'4" freshman. Cade Carroll's a 6-foot sophomore. Jamison Morton's a 6-foot senior. Caden Ebert, a 5'11" senior. And Sawyer Meyer, who's a 6'5" freshman.
You know, it's good when you got two freshmen starting on your varsity. You know, if they're good, you know the next 2 or 3 years you're going to have two guys in your team, so you can fill in with the other guys coming in. So you should continually have a good team. If you can always have a sophomore, freshman on your varsity team, and then of course you're hoping your seniors will be good and your juniors. So if you've got those young ones to mix in with them every year, keep them coming. You're always going to you should have decent teams.
Yeah, it's good to keep the influx coming, and when you have freshmen who can start because of where they are in their ability, stature, and not because they have to.
Right.
I mean that's a good sign for your program going forward. For the next
with on this varsity, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 freshmen. And the thing is, it's mostly freshmen and seniors, 2 juniors. I don't see any sophomores in there. But again, freshmen, if you got 2 freshmen and they're good and these other freshmen are good, you're going to continue building this program. And this could be a sign that this Waverly team is going to be good for the next several years. You know, this is the start off. So, they're not having the great season right now, but they're going to start building. Did you see what he did?
I missed that.
He drank my water. I spit in it. Hey, if you need help, let me know.
Oh, sorry.
How you doing?
Good.
Notice they went straight to the referee to shake his hand first. Did you notice that?
Yeah. They know. They're smart.
Getting ready for the national
anthem. Let me get my hat off here. I don't want to forget to take that off later. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention. Waverly, they lost to Jackson, which we have played, 55-40. They also lost to Hillsborough, 44-26. Thought those were scores of interest since they're common opponents, right? My left leg was coming, my right wasn't. We're about ready for game time. I've known him for years. I could not. And the players are meeting out at middle of the court to get ready for a jump ball. I do sort of like those uniforms.
Yeah, they're different.
All right, May is out there to jump tonight. And there's the tip, and it goes to Bodecker. Miami Trace has the ball. I don't have to do all of everything. People can see us tonight, so
yeah,
they can actually
unlike
watch
the
the
other
game.
Night, yeah.
I felt like I had to, keep talking last time, and you started to say something about the thing, and I'm like, yeah, go ahead and say something. But it's like when I'm doing this, I don't have to tell everybody what's going on as much. But Miami Trace is passing the ball around, keep around the corridor, throwing it into Bodecker back outside. Armstrong has it.
Yeah, Waverly's come out in a zone.
They're sort of feeling them up, see what they're doing. Then Matthews has the ball. And there's a shot from Osborne up, hits the rim, no good. And here comes Waverly down the court quickly.
Osborne followed the shot right there. He's got an easy putback.
Oh, yeah.
He just shot it and ran down the floor.
Nybert had it, passed it around. Rick's in my road, I can't see. All right, Nybert's got the ball again at the top of the key. Passes it over to Myers. Inside, and a basket made by the other Myers. Brothers.
Sawyer Myers.
Twin brothers. 0 and 22. Okay, we got Trace back down the floor, throwing it around, getting it inside to somebody. I can't see.
It's Armstrong.
Armstrong. Referee was in between me and the player. Armstrong has it again. Started to go up, didn't. Bodecker has it, driving the middle, flips it out to Matthews. Flipping around. Coaches yelling instructions. I tell you what, a slowed down game to me is going to help Waverly more than it will be Trace.
Yeah.
And we got a long three, airballed, and goes out of bounds. I felt bad about that shot there. It was by Gunnar Myers.
Trace got lucky with that one because they had a poor rotation on that defensive play right there.
Yep.
They had a wide open three, not just by the kid that shot it, but two people were wide open.
Right. Here comes Osborne down the floor slowly, looking over everybody. Oh, we're going to get, we're going to get I was getting ready to say, we're about ready to get an
illegal screen.
Illegal screen by Matthews. He didn't quite get there. I don't think he knew if Osborne was going that way or not, and he sort of hesitated, it seemed like.
He was in a good spot, and then Ozzie went a little deeper than what he thought, so he tried to move with the hip. And you just got to stand there and take it. And
just take it where you are. Yeah, you can't move.
Go at that point.
Right.
As soon as you push the hip out, they're going to blow you for a whistle.
And here they come quickly down the floor
Grant
with a
Gass
2-point lead.
And Guthrie check in for Trace.
And a three shot up by Caden Nybert. 5-0. Yeah, we're seeing a different, without Guthrie out there, he looks so different. Now Guthrie's in the game. Maybe we'll see a little bit of a different style of ball. Getting the ball inside, but couldn't quite get it. Tried to push it into him that time. Here they come down quickly. Oh, started to go quickly up with that shot. Decided not to. Again, out front. Nybert has it out front. Passes it off. Myers dribbles around. Started to throw it up. And a good Good defensive play by
Bodecker.
Good
heads-up play. He was falling out of bounds, had nowhere to go, and threw it off the Waverly's player's leg.
Waverly player and saved the ball for Miami Trace. All right. Bringing the ball up floor is Guess. Driving the middle. Stop. Oh, puts it over to Bodecker in the corner. 3!
Got it. Waverly went into a man defense that possession.
And it paid off for Trace. So into the corner, throws it inside. Does a little half hook. No good. And Guthrie gets the rebound, comes back down the floor. Here comes, that's off their team. Oh, they're going to say off us. I thought it was off of number 1, but they're saying it was off of May.
Yeah, Guess made a good read, and May was going in to set up to box out for a rebound because he thought Guess was going to shoot it, and Guess had pass in mind, right off May's back.
All right, passing around. Here comes Osborne ready to go back in. Passing around, looks inside. From the corner, number 13, Landon Russell with a bucket. 7-3. Trace is trailing right now. Oh, looks like he got bumped. Are they going to call it?
Yep.
Good. He got bumped. He took about another step and a half before I heard the whistle, but then I got blocked out. I couldn't see what happened. It's one thing about courtside. Referees and players get in your road sometimes. All right, Guess is at the line. Puts up the first one, puts it in. Okay, I'd like to see a little more arch on that ball this time, Mr. Guess. Come on, Grant. I just said that the other night, and he flattened the first one, and they put a nice arch on the second one. Yep, it's got a little more arch in that, and then he missed.
Back off the back iron.
All right, here they come back down the floor with Nybert. Puts it up at a 10-footer. Osborne goes and gets the rebound and grabbed, and it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to go their way. Since Trace got the initial tip, the first jump ball is going to go toward Waverly. 7-4 with 3:14 left in the first quarter.
Trace will play 2-3 zone on this inbound play.
No shot from the corner and swoosh. And again by Caden Nybert.
Inbounds player on the bucket. The guy you got to make sure you cover is the inbounder. They're always the most dangerous person on the floor.
Right. Back out. Armstrong from the top of the key. Swoosh. This is something they didn't do the other night against the other team. No, but they weren't shooting three-point shots.
Right.
And here we go. Pass around the left side to the top of the key. Top of the key is Myers. Looks inside. Little 8-foot jump shot, no good. And a nice knock away by Guess and gave it over to Armstrong. Armstrong with a fadeaway. Here and it lost. Hit the. Oh, nice. Got a hand on the ball defensively, and Trace gets the ball. Here goes Guess going inside. He got fouled. Is he going to put it in? Yes, going to count the shot. Got the defender off balance, drove on him, got the foul, and then made the basket. So Guess will be shooting one. This can tie the game up.
Trace is a lot more dangerous team offensively when Grant Guess gets started early and makes a bucket early, and his head's in the right place.
And another miss on the foul shot. He's missed 2 foul shots so far. Looks like we got a couple players coming in. Salyers
and Trey Robinette.
And Robinette. And they're passing the ball around. Get the ball to the top of the key. Top of the key by Myers. Back over to the left wing. To the top of the key. Back over to the right wing. Coming in. Thrown clean across to the left wing. Back to the top of the key and back to the right wing. They're just throwing the ball around. Looking for an inside. There's a feint shot, but it was very weak. Here comes Guess down the floor, 90 mile an hour. And he gets fouled by number 10, Caden Nybert.
Right now, if I'm coaching Miami Trace, I'm putting in the back of the brain here that nobody has been able to stay in front of Grant Guest.
You're right.
He has the ball in his hand.
And again, he's had 2 fouls of bodies trying to get there, getting off balance and just couldn't stay with him. Ball's inside. Right back through the hands. Threw it inside to Guthrie, who threw it straight back and right through Miami Trace hands.
Yeah, it was a good read. Sky just couldn't get a grip on it.
All right, here we go. Defense coming up. They're coming down the floor. Bloss has the ball, throwing it around the right side. Guthrie takes it away. He was trying to pass the ball. Guthrie got a hand on it and just literally brought it down. Osborne has it, looking to Salyers. Salyers has it. Over to Robinette. Back over to Guest, down to Salyers. Back out to Guest, drive, thrown to the corner, wide open, and he did not take the shot, Osborne. Robinette, back over to the right corner, inside to Guthrie, goes up, no good, grabs his own rebound, puts it up, and fouled from behind this time. He's 6'7", and he weighs a lot, I'll put it that way. It's kind of hard to, if you're 6'2" or under, it's kind of hard to stop him when he's got the ball that close to the basket. Well, you're going to foul him more than you are not.
You just can't move him, and you, of course, we've got the view. If they don't touch him, there's no way he's making that shot because he's directly underneath the basket.
Right. It's kind of very difficult to make that shot. Makes the first foul shot. Ties the score at 10. And there's the first lead of the ball game for Miami Trace, 11-10 with 39 seconds left in the first quarter. So under 1 minute, Trace finally gets the lead. Coach is out screaming to his players, telling them what to do. He's going to have a heart attack here and join his buddy in a minute, I tell you. Thrown quickly down to Robinette, inside the Guest, and in, put in. Great give-and-go play. Here goes a wide shot as the buzzer goes off. Trace now has a 13-10 lead at the end of one quarter. And you can see after we got Guthrie back in, the difference of the style of play going on. First of all, we stopped them.
The inside game for them just completely
dissipated.
shut down.
And that let our guys play the outside guys a little tougher, which took away that outside quick shot. And then we were able to get the ball in, and if they caved in on him, it left our guys more wide open for some outside shots, which they caved on.
Absolutely.
And then Guess going down the floor, nobody can stay with him. It was unbelievable.
In that quarter on a nice fast break, everyone filled the lanes they were supposed to, and they found the open man for an easy layup.
Now, can you imagine if he started playing football with his brother and was a wide receiver at that speed? He'd be at the end zone, everybody else at the 30-yard line.
After the first quarter, Grant Guest with 5, Armstrong with 3, Bodecker with 3, and
we got a Charlie Armstrong and keeping the score for us. I was never able good to do that, keeping the score and talk and watch the game at the same time.
Caden Nibber had 6 for Waverly, along with Sawyer Myers with 2, and 13.
Tell the coach, deep breaths. All right, here we go. We get the ball at the beginning of the second. And Sawyer's up with a 3 and just off, in and out. And stolen by Osborne and rolls in. Nice backhand shot underneath the basket by Osborne, and it just rolled in. 15-10 lead here.
Yeah, I don't think the Waverly player had any clue that Ozzie was behind him.
No, I don't think so. And almost stolen. Robinette, he's going to get the foul. I would have let the ball go out. He knocked it loose, but they're going to call the foul for going over the shoulder there to knock the ball loose. He knocked it loose and then went to get it, and the other player was moving, so he tried to knock it loose, but When you're behind, it's kind of hard to do that. All right. Number 2 for them. Weston Bloss throws it over the left side. Throws up for 3. Nice shot by Jamison Morton.
Trace jumped the point guard there with 2 guys, and they found the open guy on the wing, and he hit the shot.
Oh, and I tell you what, if he can hurt you doing that, and goes in,
another foul.
Missed the first one, rolled around, came down to Guest, put it back in, and got the foul. So he made the basket and the foul. Okay, they already gave him the ball. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
17-13, because the referee hadn't went in yet, so I wasn't sure if they put it up. 17-13 and the foul shot, and he's 2 for 4 in foul shots right now. Here they come down quickly. They do bring the ball down quickly. They don't walk it down. They bring it down. Okay, Coach, getting eager, buddy. You're on the floor there, buddy. And the ball's loose.
Knocked away by Sauer.
Osborne has it, coming down to Guess, inside to Robinette, puts it in. 20-13, and the Trace is coming alive. They're bringing it down. They're trying to work it in. Bringing it around. Oh, that's a tacky call right there. Yeah, he hit him on the elbow, but that was a tacky foul. I wouldn't have called that foul. I'm not going to say it wasn't a foul, but there's fouls to – I mean, it didn't do anything to the defender.
Yeah,
he didn't even – it's like a fly hitting you. You know, you didn't know it happened. Throws it in, gets it in, almost had 5 seconds. Ooh, 2 guys fighting for the ball. They've got the ball. Right now it's 13. Russell throws it over, throws it inside. Is it knocked loose?
Knocked out by Adam Guthrie.
Adam Guthrie, good job, Adam, because I was glancing down trying to check a name there. All right, throwing the ball in is Bloss. Throws it in quickly, gets back to Bloss in the corner, in and out. Guthrie with the rebound over to Guest. Here they come back down. Come on, Trace. Stops, puts up a 15-footer, just short. Maybe skimmed the rim. He's coming out. He's a little winded right now. I tell you what, he gives all when he goes in.
Well, I tell you, he's a game changer when he makes a few baskets. And
now we got May coming back in, Bodecker coming back in, and Armstrong coming back in. Guess is still out. I thought he came out, but
he was just getting some instructions from Coach Southard.
Looking around, passing the ball to the top of the key, driving the bucket, throws it out to the corner, driving, stops at the foul line, pass around the corner, over to the corner again, left corner. Throwing the ball around the outside of the three-point line, looking for something to happen. Guthrie is filling up that inside, not giving them anything really quickly to see right now. I know, the coach is going wild over here. He's about 1.5 feet out on the floor. I know it, it's scary. That gets you technical quick. Oh, went up for the shot, no good. Got his own rebound, put it up, and we're going to get a quick foul. Somebody went up for their block. Who was that on? Was that on Guess?
I think it was, yes.
Yes. Yes. I guess it is.
Yes, on Guess.
Guess on Guess. A good guess. Bad guess.
Waverly made about 15 passes in that set, and I only saw 2 kids even attempt to look at the rim on any.
Yeah, they never looked in. They just looked to where the pass was going, didn't look at a shot. And then finally got it inside. 20-14, 5 minutes exactly on the clock as we're shooting the second free throw. Puts it up and in. 15-20, and they call a quick timeout. 5 minutes left in the first half. Trace with a 5-point lead and the ball as soon as this timeout's over. All right, what's your summation so far?
The pace is really good for both teams. I think Trace's rotation after those first couple defensive possessions has gotten a lot better. Their length, again, like we talked early, we're just able to get in passing lanes and tip balls. We've had a lot of tip balls already in this first half, and Trace has picked them up and been able to get them fast breaks, and not only get on fast breaks but convert on the fast breaks. So
right.
That's a big thing.
If they didn't have those first quick fast breaks, it'd be a bigger lead right now. But they kept a hold of the ball and but then Guthrie came out and that shut down.
Yeah, and if you don't convert on a fast break, generally one of two things happen. Is one, the person who shoots the balls, they hang their head, and then that hurts them on the defensive end. But also, the trailer guy normally fouls somebody going up to try to get the rebound. So now you're not only missed the shot, but now you picked up a foul, and who knows what happens. That trouble that causes later down in the
I've seen that so many times reffing ball games where a kid makes a bad shot or misses a shot he thought he should have had. It goes down the floor, and the first thing he does is fouls the other team. Don't take one bad thing and make it two bad things.
Absolutely.
All right. Going to throw the ball into Guest. Guest has the ball coming up the floor with Bodecker.
20-15, 5 minutes left to go till half.
Throws it inside to Guthrie at the foul line. Into Guest. Puts up a 20-footer and puts it in, or an 18-footer and puts it in. Just inside the foul line, or a three-point line. Throwing around, got a wide guy in the corner, but not looking up.
They've given him that shot all night, so he's apparently not going to shoot.
Yeah, I was going to say, I find that out real quickly. I'm playing who's going to shoot, who's not. If he's not a shooter, I give him the outside. I play back off of him. And 22 has not ventured any long shots yet. Almost lost the ball there. Oh, he got the outside, drove, gets it inside, passes it back out to number 2, puts it up, no good. Rebound Guthrie. And back out, here comes Guest down the floor, fast, throws it to the corner. Bodecker across to Armstrong at the top of the key, back to Guest. Drives to the foul line, looks, puts it inside to May, who came wide open. Great job, May, putting that in. 24-15, 9-point lead. Trace would like to get that lead into double figures. Number 5, I think, is an outside shooter. Armstrong quickly took that away. Coming off the screen, gets the ball, but Guthrie on him, puts it inside. Got a hand in the back, no call. And here comes Armstrong down, gives it to the corner to Bodecker, puts it in. Right wing, three-pointer, quick timeout, 27-15, 12-point lead with 3:15 to go in the until halftime. Yeah, Trace is starting to do what I thought they'd do earlier, starting to stretch it out. Although I do think there was a foul down here.
There could have been a foul. I mean,
it's angles. Well, and if you're not at the right angle, you can't see that hand down here.
That's more of a foul than like 2 or 3 that they've already called on.
Right, you're right. That was more of a foul than a couple of these ticky calls where a guy bumps a guy like this and they call a foul. But so much in fouls are angles.
So, again, that last fast break, we'll call that a fast break because it was pretty much a semi-fast break. Everyone had their lanes filled.
Right.
And the last 3, they've taken it straight into the paint. So, all Waverly's kids, they run straight to the paint, and that leaves Armstrong wide open, or Bodecker wide open in the corner with the pass from
And you
Armstrong.
can't leave. I mean, there's 4 or 5 players for Miami Trace. You cannot leave that wide open. Bodecker, Armstrong, Myers, Osborne. I mean, if you leave them open, they're going to drill that 3-point shot. May doing a good job defending. I don't know if I've never noticed him this up and down with the coach on the sidelines as he is tonight. I don't know. Here comes Bodecker down the floor, 27-17, still a 10-point lead. That's one thing I like about getting that over. Getting a 10-12, you can stay at that. As a player, I always felt more comfortable with that double-figure lead. And throws it around. I thought Armstrong was going to take the point. Bodecker takes a 10-footer, no good, but May gets the lead, gives it back out to Bodecker. Inside. Oh, in and out. May with a nice rebound. Another rebound, missed shot by Armstrong, and they get the rebound coming up the floor. Coming quickly. Oh, May did a good job getting on him. Going to get a jump ball. Yes, good hustle by May, causing him to lose the ball, then jumping in and getting the jump ball. So one thing I like about a lot of the Trace players, May being one of them, just of course, Guess. I mean, they give 110% on that floor.
Well, they're very athletic, and they can do things that most kids their size can't do. And May, he's the best jumper in this gym right now.
Oh,
too.
yeah. Wide open shot, number 0, he puts it in. Gunnar Meyer. Here comes Bodecker, 27-20. We're still with a 7-point lead. Trace would like to get that back up to that double figures again. We'll take it slowly, though. We don't have to get a 3-pointer. We'll be glad with a 2-pointer here. I just realized Guthrie's out getting a break right now. Passing the ball around the key. Robinette with a corner shot. Oh, off the back flinch. Good rebound by Sawyer's ball. Goes out of bounds. He came down, had to get rid of it or he's going to travel. Osborne coming back in for Bodecker, giving him a good break right now. He needed one.
27-20, 139 remaining here in the first half.
I tell you what, keeping Guthrie off of foul trouble and fresh for the second half is going to be very good if we can keep a lead, a big lead, and then get him back in that second half fresh and no foul trouble. There's a nice 3-pointer by number 13, Landon Russell. They're back within 4. Bodecker ready to come back in. He got his rest. He says, I'm ready. Passing the ball around the key to the corner. Sayers has it in the corner. Gives it over to Armstrong. Drives. Puts it out. Robinette from the corner. Oh! And inside to Osborne. Did he tip it back in or May? Himself. I couldn't see which one tipped it in, him or May, but one of them tipped it in. We got less than a minute to go. 6-point lead, and they've got the ball. Watch the offensive arm there. Oh, nice hands by Osborne. Knocked the ball loose. 6 points, 40 seconds left in the half. Trace trying to keep the pressure up so they don't get a bucket here in the last 40 seconds. We could take a 6, 8, or 9-point lead to halftime here is what we're hoping. They're dribbling around, nothing open. Nice pressure. Oh, ball passed around, nothing wide open. A lot of pressure, good pressure, nothing there. Throws around the corner, wide open this time. And in and out. Oh, nice block. Wow, May came in. I was worried he's going to get a foul, and he went up and got the block on that ball and knocked it out of bounds.
I told you he can jump a little bit.
He can jump. Oh, my gosh. All right, throwing the ball in from underneath, throws it in, fakes, give back. May doing defense. Oh, a little carry maybe. And he overshoots the rebound. Armstrong with the rebound. They're jumping on it. Knocks it out to Osborne, who kills the clock. Again, they did not score in that last 40 seconds. Good pressure defense. Trace has a 6-point lead going into the second half. And nobody in real foul trouble. No. I think one foul is most anybody's got.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We got a 10-minute halftime on the clock. And everybody going in. Before we go, anything you want to say before we take a halftime break?
No, I'm good.
Okay. We'll be back in 10 minutes, everybody. Have a nice halftime.
night. They couldn't get the music on. They sat like that for about 5 minutes till they got the music.
No, they're down. I haven't heard music yet.
25 is actually Whitaker.
Wrong
Yep,
music.
shut it off. There they go.
I almost touched this dude. That would have been real awkward. I saw a great clip. I said I was.
He said he's taking mileage on going when he has to come to pick you up.
I gotta pay him now?
Yeah.
These two had to guard the big girl from Meadowdale today.
She was no trouble in Clark, was she?
No, triple my trouble.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
She only scored like 3 points, didn't she?
30.
33. It was 33. Oh, look how she falls.
Well, she's 3 times your size, but she 11 times the point. What's that? Now at my grandson plays in Somerville, South Carolina, where they play down in South Carolina. The cheerleaders would be up there in the stands, position, and they do stamp the feet, clap, stamp the feet, clap, and it's just the whole
That dude low-key smell like butt.
Right now I've got a, I'm about standing, but I don't have my betrayal yet. I'd like to hear him just play by play. His name, Shamrock another ball! How many times I get a trainer? Shoot that guy!
When he threw the ball and he caught it in the back of the head, that was the funniest thing ever.
Cole got his guy boxed out. Next thing you know, he's got the ball upside.
I know.
Oh, this kid's going to get in trouble. Wait till Hammond sees that.
Oh, don't yell at him. He's almost over there.
Oh, here it comes.
He's like,
Here he
should I
goes.
yell at him or no?
Here he
No,
goes.
they're
Go out
little
there and
kids.
tell those boys they got to get the ball out.
Hammond will if he
Nice,
sees
man,
it.
you.
No, it's me. No. I'll yell at him if he yells
Why
at me.
don't you the mascot?
No. It's gotta be so hot. Cameron left. He didn't want to yell at them, so he left so he didn't have to see it.
Yeah.
They should have a panther like Panther Bell.
whole class here is really athletic. It's pretty deep in every sport. Both boys and girls.
Thanks for the warning. Can you just hand them your card?
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Sergeant? How you doing, brother?
Everybody except for Matthews.
You say?
Yes. Normal 5, Carl.
Tell him one heart attack per team is enough. Here we go. Less than a minute to go, and we're getting ready to start the second half. The referees are getting in position. And like I guessed, here comes Adam Guthrie out in the group the second half. I looked to see him a lot the second half. He rested a lot the first half, no fouls on him.
Yeah, this is their normal starting 5. We got
Right.
starting second half. Yeah.
Right. Bodecker, Osborne, May, Armstrong, and Guthrie.
Yeah, Waverly has their normal 5 out there as well. Like you said, nobody really in foul trouble.
Now he's leaning on himself. I mean, that's more of a foul than some of them that they called earlier in this game. It's like throws it inside to Guthrie, backs up, turns around, puts it up, blocked. Got that ball a little too low when he went up. He got it head high, and when they did, they reached in and got that ball.
Yet again, two clamped down on him. That's where he just got to pass that ball out.
Right. If it's not there real quick, just get rid of it, get it back out. Their pass around the corner. The corner shot going out and swoosh. I thought it was going to be short. But again, Morton puts it in for a 3-point shot. We're back within 3 again. Here comes Osborne bringing it up the court. He gets bumped again. Back pass out to, throws it inside to Guthrie. Turns, goes up, and this time he's fouled, yes. goes up the arm to block the ball. Yes, you're going to get that call most times.
That'll be Sawyer Myers' second foul.
And that's what I would do. I'd just keep going into Guthrie and get him in foul trouble. Guthrie swoosh on the first one. 30-26, 4-point lead. 6:58 on the clock. Just under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. And swoosh, he's got a nice foul shot. Every game I don't know what his percentage is, but it's a high percentage.
Yeah, he shoots free throws well for
a big guy. He does. Yeah. He does a nice soft touch on there. All right, 22. Myers dribbling around the top of the key. Let him dribble all night long, I think. Oh, and Guthrie's going out, putting a little pressure on him.
See, that's where I think teams don't understand how athletic Adam actually is.
Oh, he really is. That's why he's good in football. There's a three-point shot again by Caden Nybert.
He's got 9.
So they're down back within 2. Gives the ball, passing it around. Osborne has it right side. Goes up. Oh, in and out and in again. Wow. Nice shot. Nice soft touch on that ball. Here they come back down the floor. Bounces it to Myers at top of the key. Throws it to the right side, into the corner. Oh, and we got a foul. Unintentional. Osborne got him in the face that time. 35.
That'll be Ozzy's second.
I tell you what, sometimes you get hit in the face like that, and next time you get ready to shoot, subconsciously, you're getting rid of it a little sooner than you want to. All right. Here they come back down the court. Number 2, Bloss has the ball. Gives it to Myers, over to Bloss, down in the corner. Myers throws it inside. Tries to do a hook shot over Guthrie, could not do it. Here comes Armstrong down the right side. Back to Armstrong. Oh, grabbed a couple feet there. And we're going to Guthrie push off. There's his first foul. Sometimes you don't know your strength when you're.
Well, you don't. And the worst thing about it, he was getting that rebound without that shove.
Right. A lot of times you're used to going up against the guy pushing you back as hard as you're pushing him, and when you got to wait on a guy, you push him off. It really shows up. Okay, I can't see what's going on from here. They've got the ball inside, right side. Tried to get rid of it, but we kicked the ball.
Osborne kicked it.
Yeah. Guess coming in.
He's going to give Bodecker a spell.
Last time he gave Bodecker a spell, he came back out like 15 seconds later coming back in for somebody else.
Caden Nibbert checks back in for Waverly after being checked out by the trainer.
Yeah. Throwing the ball in from the bottom right corner. Dribbling around, tries to go up. Throws it out to Myers in the corner, letting him have it. He tried to dribble. Oh, he hits Guthrie and nowhere to go. And Guthrie steals the ball. Here they come. Osborne has it coming down the right side. Stops, put up a 10-footer. Off. Guess is knocking it loose. Armstrong grabs it. Gives it to, May got it. Gave it to Armstrong. And passing it around. Here comes Ozzy. Throwing it over to Armstrong. May over to Ozzy. Throws it up. Off the front of the rim. Rebound by Guess and puts it in. Good hustle by Guess. Back to a 6-point lead. They're coming down. Myers has the top of the key. Passing around the corner. Shot up. Off the rim. No good. May goes up. Brings that ball down. Basket was missed by Carroll. Number 1 for them. Guess has the ball. Just holding, but we do have a count on now. Passing the ball around. Gives it to Armstrong. Throws it in to Guthrie. Back out in the corner to Osborne. Top of the key. Guess has a drive. Drops it in. Oh, goes up. Just going to call a block, not a foul.
That's where Guess has just got to go ahead and shoot that
Yeah,
ball.
he-
He's jumping up there. He's a foot from the rim.
Yeah,
at 6'3",
and he tries to drop it into.
Yeah, it's a nice play if it
And
works.
Guthrie was looking for the rebound,
he
and
was
all of a sudden the ball's hitting him in the hands.
He was boxing out, ready to go up and get a rebound, and next thing you know.
It's like a drop in from heaven, you know. Okay, throws the ball in from underneath all the way outside to Guess. Throws it to Armstrong, right wing. Throws it inside to Guthrie, and he puts it in. Now, see, that's different. He's looking for that ball. Yeah, May's got to be a little less selfish right there. I mean, unselfish. He was trying to be too unselfish. You know, put the ball up. You can do it. Don't worry about it. Drives the bucket, puts it up. No good. Basket, Caden Ibert.
Last hit by Waverly, so it'll be Trace ball.
Trace ball underneath the basket, coming full court. Here comes May out getting a break. He plays some hard basketball right there for several minutes.
We got timeout on the floor.
We got a timeout. Everybody's coming off.
Timeout, Miami
Full
Trace.
timeout.
37-29, 3:10 remaining in the third.
We got one lone. Campus Nation. Campus Nation.
What's the frequency?
It's not on radio. It's on internet. CampusNation.com. And you can hear it and watch it. CampusNation.com. Ask Rick.
Waverly is doing it on radio, and the local radio station on Washington. But this is us. I gotta shut up so you guys can hear me. I get mad that Austin missed a shot and I'm taking
All right. Bodeker and Guest going down to get the ball to bring it back up the court. Here comes Bodeker. We dribble the ball up nice and slow. They run it up the court. I like to bring it up slow and look things over. All right, Guthrie out at the top of the key. Throws it into Bodeker. Now he's dropping back down further down underneath. Osborne goes up off the key. Oh, no. He was over him, but he did not. He was not on him. They're going to call. This referee called it from over there. It's not his call to call this call over there. That he was out of position to call that call. He was over him, yes.
He's straight up and he just out jumped the kid.
He just out jumped him and got the rebound. If the guy behind you jumps up and gets a rebound, that's a rebound. Throws the ball to the corner, up for a long three, off the rim. They go up, get the rebound. Not a good box out right there. And good hustle by Armstrong. He was trying to throw it across. Armstrong dropped down and just stole that ball right away.
Excellent drop, good read.
Armstrong with a three from the top of the key. Oh. They're saying Massey's saying we dropped the ball down and we tapped it, hit their feet. But one referee says I couldn't see it. He asked the other referee and he shook his head no. I honestly thought from this angle he did tapped it back in, hit him, and went out, but nobody saw it.
I think the other guy said it might have hit the line before he tipped it.
Oh, that's possible. I don't think so. I could tell. I was watching the flight of the ball, how it reacted. All right, they're throwing the ball around the top of the key. Hurt has the ball right now. Nybert has the ball. Throws it in to Myers. Goes up. No good. Oh, no. We touch a guy and we get a foul. He knocks him in the head and there's no foul.
And the guy's standing right in front of him.
Air ball.
And now we're going to get a foul.
Now we're going to get a foul there. How can you call that foul and the guy gets smacked in the head here and you don't get a call? That I don't understand. I mean, he went up, it was not intentional, but he smacked him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
No worse than the one we had there where the guy accidentally hit the guy.
Yeah. And if he actually had really good balance, or he could have easily just stepped out of bounds from that hit. And what's he going to do, call it out of bounds?
They're driving down, goes to put it in all. The defense went off of him, and when the defense went off of him, he just went ahead and put it back in.
That'll cut the lead to 6.
They got Guthrie and May getting ready to come back in. Get Guess. Man, I tell you what, it's getting to be a slugfest. That's almost over and back right here. Oh, there's a charge.
No call.
No call. No call. Oh, my gosh.
That's the same ref that didn't call the head slap.
Yeah, slapping the head, nothing. Literally runs him down, knocks him out. No call. Passing the ball around, top of the key. Salyers has it. Throws it into Guess. Turns, looks, finally puts it up. Off. And it's got to be out on them. They're the ones following the ball. I tell you what. I'm glad I'm not with Miami Trace. I mean, I root for them, but I tell you what, I'd have been coming off the bench if I was on those calls, no non-calls. There we go. Bodecker up underneath. He gets hit on the arm. No call.
Nice play by Guthrie.
Guthrie got pushed. No call. And, man, it's getting rough out there from touching tap calls early to knock them down. No calls, I tell you.
This is where something's going to happen. It's going to be the referee's fault for not controlling this earlier.
Go ball's going. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Salyers was chasing it, and I'm like, let it go. Of course, he didn't want.
The only thing he could have done was step out of bounds if he touches. That's the only thing he could have done with his momentum.
Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Guess has the ball. Bodecker coming up the court on the left side. Guess bringing it across timeline. Oh! I think he forgot how much time was on the clock. They're screaming at him. Bodecker screaming at him. Throws it to Bodecker. Bodecker flings one up at half court.
That's why we always tell our kids, every time there's a stoppage of play,
look at the clock.
Everyone's got to look at that scoreboard.
And usually you got the one guy on the floor. He's the team. I don't want to say captain, but the general on the court. He's looking around. 3 minutes, 45 seconds, 12 seconds. Tell everybody how much time's on the clock.
We tell them you got to know the time, you got to know the score, and you got to know the situation.
Well, we were a 6-point lead coming in. We're a 6-point lead going out. So we didn't lose anything that quarter. We should have gained more in that quarter. Hopefully this fourth quarter will be something we can go with. Guess is leading 12 points with high score right now.
I think we need to do a little better job in our shot selection. I mean, we've had this 6, 7, 8, 4-point lead all up and down, and then we come down and we want to rush a 3-point shot.
Right, and the thing about it is we've had open chances not shooting. Then when we do, we seem to be pushing it, rushing that shot. Even our 8 or 10-foot shots sometimes are rushed rather than waiting for the perfect time. They're throwing the ball in to start the fourth quarter. 39-33, Trace leads. They're passing it around. He throws it inside. Guthrie knocks it loose. May couldn't find the ball. It was high in the air. High shot. They go up for the rebound. And we get a quick foul. The guy that wouldn't call anything calls a foul.
Called it on May.
I'm going to say 4. I couldn't tell if it was 34 or 4, but I saw 4. Is that May's first? Yes. I think it is, so we're all right. Osborne and Armstrong getting ready to come back in. And a high bounce out the back of the flange, and it goes in. 34-39, 5-point lead. And here comes out Salyers and Guess. Guess needs he needs a break. Kid puts in 120%, I tell you. As do almost all these Trace players, I tell you. They all give everything. Foul shots up and off the back of the flange. Rebound Armstrong. That was Landon Russell that missed that shot. And here comes Osborne. A little push-off got away with. 5-second call. You got to get a break, from him. Even though you're going down the sideline, if he's defending you down that sideline, that count's still on. If you get one step past his torso and he catches up, then it's the recount.
Yep.
Passing it around, top of the key on the left side. Bottom, shot up, looks like I think Armstrong actually got a little hands on that ball and just slowed it down and helped it go in.
3-point lead now.
3-point lead. Bodecker bringing the ball down the court.
We're going to run a little high-low action here.
Osborne from the corner, in and out.
Guthrie got fouled twice on that play.
He got fouled. He lost the ball because he got fouled, and they're calling a ball out on him.
So first off, when he went up to get the rebound, the player had him hooked, and he couldn't even jump, but the ball came to his other hand, and then the other guy comes in and hits him from the other side and knocks the ball out.
And it says it hit his knee as it went out of bounds. Well, yeah, if you get knocked out of your hand by your body. Bodecker with the ball going down, fast break, goes up, no good, followed through by Armstrong, puts it in. Good follow through by Armstrong. I like how everybody followed that ball. Good job, Miami Trace. 5-point lead.
That's a hustle play, and that just goes down as 2 points in the book. But when you look back on this game, if it ends up in Trace's way, that could come down to a big play right there.
Right there, you're right. And again, if he wasn't there, there was two other guys coming down for Trace to follow up on that shot.
And again, we had one on each side of the rim, so whichever side it come off, we was going to have a player there to get that tip back.
Well, I was talking about earlier about the I don't know these refs a lot because they're from the southeast. Mm-hmm. Well, if these guys are from the more south of this group, Waverly's more south, so. Yeah, they're asking about
the foul underneath.
The foul
underneath.
Wasn't
a foul underneath.
He grabbed the ball, but he was knocked down, and what's Armstrong checking on something there? All right, they're bringing the ball in from underneath.
Trace setting up a little zone pressure here on the inbound. I look for them just to back out of it.
They're backing out of it right now. What's a look that they could go into if they needed to. Armstrong defending. Oh, the ball's loose. Osborne has it. Him and May going down the court, 2-on-1. Puts it up and puts it in.
That was a nice fake by Osborne.
Yes. Leaned in like he was going to pass the pressure. Oh, that's an offensive foul. Oh, my God, he pushed him away. No call. Wow. Armstrong has the ball at the top of the key. This guy will not call those calls, I tell you. Bodecker has it underneath, turning and looking. Ball's loose, but Armstrong going up. Oh, he passed. Oh, good job. He faked the block. The guy went in too hard. Armstrong comes up, passes it off to Armstrong, back to Osborne. Inside to Guthrie, puts it up for a nice two. 45-36, 9-point lead. I tell you what, with all this non-calls being non-called, Trace is doing a good job. If those were called, can you imagine how big a lead we'd have right now?
Well, not only that, but the Trace's players that are on the floor now have done a good job of holding their composure.
Yes,
because
they
these
have
calls haven't been made. And
over his back to get the rebound. They are going to give us the ball, I think. But
which, if you don't call the foul, it's out of bounds on Miami Trace.
Right.
You can't have it one way or not the other.
Trace pulled the ball, and the guy was over his back. We pull it.
Now, see, they're going to change the call. Watch this.
It's a foul. If you're going to change it, give us the foul. Nope, he's going to stay with his call. But this guy was trying to change the call. Which he would have really been right.
Yes,
if he's out here.
If there was no foul called, it should be out of bounds on Miami Trace.
Bodecker coming up the floor. 45-36, 9-point lead. Osborne into Armstrong. Into Guthrie. Guthrie turning a turn, goes back. He gets bodied. No good.
Nice.
Oh, almost tipped in by May. Went right across the open basket.
I don't know how that doesn't fall in.
Man, I didn't. They're passing the ball around. Drives the bucket, goes, oh! Going to call a foul out here. It was on Bodecker.
On May, I believe. Oh, nope, they did get Bodecker.
On a block. I thought he pointed to Bodecker as the reason I. But see, a real quick little body there. That touch foul is called, not the hard fouls. May knocks it loose. Picked up by Armstrong. Good defense by Adam May right there that got us the ball. Here comes Osborne up. I getting ready to pass myself on the back for not screwing their names up. Armstrong and Osborne. May has the ball. Throws it to Bodecker, who's grabbed, but no call. Goes in for the layup. Soft. Guthrie gets it. He's underneath. He goes to get it knocked around. I tell you what, I can't see what's going underneath, but anyway, Bodecker finally goes in and gets the layup.
Adam got the pass out to Bodecker, and he made a fake pass out to the top, and his defender bit, and he got to drive in for the layup.
Had a referee right in front of me, and I couldn't see around him. Here they come. Ball's knocked loose, almost stolen again. That's double dribble. He dribbled the ball to get possession. That's controlled dribble and then dribble. When you dribble the ball a couple dribbles, that's controlled dribble.
Yeah, because he tipped it away from him, but he gathered it, dribbled, and then he.
Once he got it, then he dribbles again. That's double dribble.
He sure did.
Yeah, when the ball's past you and it's like knocked off your hand, but it's going away, and you control the dribble, bounce to get it, that's a dribble. That's controlled. That's what a dribble is, a controlled pat of the ball. So you controlled it. Once you got it, then you take off dribbling, that's double dribble.
So again, this physicality that these referees are letting them play, that plays in the Trace's side because they're just a bigger, stronger
And what
team.
worries me, Trace is starting, to play a little, then at the last 3 minutes of the game, they're going to change how they call the game.
Right. Those are going to be now fouls, and they're going to get to the free throw line.
It's like, I'm getting bodied, no call, so I body up. Well, now we're going to change the calls at the end of the game. I was letting it go, now I'm not going to let it go. You can't change how you've called the whole game in the last 3 minutes of the game.
Waverly has a total of 16 fouls up to this point. Not in this quarter. But up to this point of the game.
16 fouls. And we've got 5 guys on the floor with 5 fouls right now. Fake to Bowers and goes in for the rebound, puts it in.
That's
almost could have called that a goaltend. Hand was in the net when the ball was in the cylinder, but the ball went through. 34 right, going to call a foul against Guthrie.
Well, no, they called him for batting the ball after it went through the through the net.
Warning.
Yeah.
Warning. Okay, that's just a warning. No big deal. Technical if it happens again.
So that was a great play coming out of the quarter timeout. It's a fake handoff. Everyone bites because they ran that play all day, and then he gets an easy layup.
Right. All right, they're throwing the ball around the corner. Guthrie taking up the middle, watching the three-point zone. Comes out here on Myers here. Knocks it loose, almost steals it. They touched it. Yes, Trace ball. He shouldn't have reached for the ball. He reached for the ball as it was going out of bounds. And it was our ball. It was off Guthrie, and then May touched it, and it's our ball.
What? This guy made. Okay. We finally got the warning straightened out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a foul. It's a warning.
3 hours later.
2:53 to go in the game. Trace has an 11-point lead right now. As long as nothing really weird happens, which with this crew, I'm not saying anything really weird could not happen.
Coach Southward with a 30-second timeout here.
Yeah, he's explaining what a warning is to the side. Referee come over and he's explaining to the side what a warning is. And now there's other things that contained in that thing. Not batting the ball away, their delay of games, reaching through the line to
on the inbound.
On the inbound. Any of those happen, it's a technical automatically if Trace does them now. Because once you've been warned, any of the delays, no matter which one it is, doesn't have to be the same delay. Ball coming in. Osborne has it, bringing it up the court, gives it to Armstrong. Back to Osborne. Looking around now. We're in no hurry, really. Yeah. Work the ball in cleanly. Don't give it up. But, look, and if something's wide open there, take it. But, hey, the clock's our favor right now. Clock's our friend.
And Waverly has one timeout remaining.
Yes, and if you force him to use that timeout, it's going to really hurt him. And that's what we're doing. We're just into not a stall game, but work the ball around, look for the shot, look for inside of if Guthrie came underneath the basket. Now we're going to call the tiki.
The Waverly's coach yelled at him the foul, so the referees hear that. So
yeah, when we hear it, we help. Yeah. But OHSA says if we hear it, we got to call it intentional, and it's like, no, we're not calling that intentional. Yeah, we know they're trying to foul on purpose, but we're not going to be stupid about it. Okay, we got Guest bringing the ball, given to Bodecker, into Guthrie at the top of the key. Again, looking around, throws it to Guest. Guest, a little two hands there. Throwing it around, driving.
So
that's where having no fouls hurts you.
Well, if you yell to foul 20 seconds ago,
why aren't you still fouling?
Exactly.
Yes, I was thinking that while ago. When the player, if the coach yells at you to foul and they throw it in and the guys dribble around for 15 more seconds, why aren't you trying to foul? And they could have. I think one guy did and nobody called anything. Throws it into Guthrie. Looking around. Throws it clean across the Bodecker back to Guest. They're trying to foul. And just as
he traveled.
He did grab the ball and maybe took an extra step, but he was also then got pushed. So, but I think he traveled first, and the coach is calling it.
But they're just wasting a lot of time here.
Yeah,
trying to get these fouls.
Well, and these guys are running to get to foul, but by the time they get to the guys got rid of the ball. Well, you can still foul the guy, and the referees will give it to you. He's grabbing him on both arms. He's trying to foul on purpose. The referees won't even call the foul. I mean, they literally grabbed his arm. Now down the corner. Literally, when he had the ball right here, they grabbed his arm wanting the foul, and the referees won't call a foul. Then they go down there and they call a quick one. This coach goes up, they grabbed him. This referee goes, I know, but we missed it. Or I wasn't the referee there.
He was, though. That was him.
This was the one?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. Now he calls it.
I thought he was going to miss.
I think this coach went out and said, they're fouling us on purpose. I know it. But you didn't call it when he grabbed his arm.
It sounded like an East Clinton crowd now.
Or the old Blanchester crowd. Oh, my God. I had referees used to, this was 30 years ago, would not go to Blanchester referee a ball game because the crowd was so bad. I had one player was standing there, took a block, and he got creamed. He didn't see it coming. He turned, boom, got hit. And this lady screamed outside, I got to call the call. And I looked up at her. I said, I have to call it before it happens? And she goes, yes.
So with 10-point lead, minute 19 left to go, Coach Southward has all the seniors back on the floor.
Going to let them finish the game out. 1:19 left in the game with a 10-point lead. Shooting foul shots. There it is, and it's whoosh. So we're up to a 51-40, 11-point lead. They're driving down 90 mile an hour. Puts it up, no good. Follow up, nice follow by Russell. Russell did a good job following that up, putting it in. Landon Russell. Here comes number 1 saying, hey, I'm coming back in the game. Cade Carroll. I like these first names on their team. I mean, they got Cade, Weston, Jamison, Tegan, Caden. You know, they got a Cade and a Caden.
And a Landon.
And a Landon. I got a grandson named Landon. Great grandson.
So that was
they got a guy named Hez, H-E-Z.
So that was their last time out.
You want to tell everybody what you did coming down here to get here? Came all the way here, had to drive all the way back to Beaver Creek to pick somebody up.
Yeah, the daughter needed a ride here.
See, I didn't say who. You turned her in. I don't want to say her name was Chloe, but
after choosing not to ride the bus home from Meadowdale today.
Oh, May was going over to get the ball, and number 0, Matthews, didn't know he was there and knocked it away from him, knocked it out of bounds. Minute 3 to go in the game. 9-point game right now. Throws it in, looking, throws it inside. Good defense, and we're going to get a foul on the floor on Ozzy Osborne. Unless he don't bite any birds' heads off, I'm okay.
Okay. 51-42, 58 seconds left.
Under 1 minute. This 1 minute could last about 15. Tell ya. Throws it in, off the basket, no good. And fouled Bodecker.
You said this last minute could last 15.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of fouls.
Last night we was at the Greenfield Courthouse game, boys at Greenfield, and on the phone I was watching Trace Jackson from my phone, and Trace Jackson had a minute left in the game. Courthouse Greenfield was just starting the 4th, and they beat the Trace Jackson game finish.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
People were leaving. I'm still in the stands watching the end of that ball game on my phone. Bodecker
with a foul shot made. That's his 11th point. And there's his 12th point as we take a 53-42 11-point lead with 50 seconds to go in the game. He took off before he put the ball down, and then just throws it over to Armstrong.
Made a nice pass.
And we're throwing it around.
Coach Southworth
called the foul number 10.
He's trying to get the ball to Ben so they could foul him so he could get to the free throw line.
Oh, Ben Matthews?
Yes.
Yes. Coach seems a little happier than he was at Columbus the other day right now. Which I agreed with him, I tell you. Armstrong with the foul shot. That's his 8th point. And his 9th point goes in and out, does not count. Here we got a player getting ready to come in the game. Number 21, Cooper Hicks. No? He's down here.
That's his.
There's no 21 up here, so I'm guessing that's from the reserve team. Got the seniors getting ready to come back in. Ask him what his name is.
Bryson Yeoman.
Bryson Yeoman? Is that Bryson Yeoman? Bryson Yeoman got 21 on the varsity. I saw him playing the reserves. They had a different number on. Here they come out, letting them get their clap. Bringing the seniors out that were on the floor. Then put the others out, hoping he can bring them off here in a minute. Yeah, he ran out on the floor. I took Ben Matthews out before he could get his foul shot. Sayers came in. And he threw that up on purpose trying to get the rebound, but he got out of bounds before he could throw it back in. 11-point difference in this game with 32. I hope there's no intentional fouls here now, guys, because the game, yeah, they're backing off. I mean, it's not going to happen in 10 seconds, so. 24 seconds and counting. 20 seconds and counting. Passing the ball around. 15 seconds and counting. No count, so you can just hold the ball. They're not going to count right now. And we got 5 seconds and counting. 4, 3, 2, 1. Horn. Good game, guys. Nice game by Miami Trace. Final score 54-43 by 11. Should have been more, and luckily it could have been less the way the foul situation was going there. Non-fouls, I should say. All right. Well, after the coach goes and talks to the players, we'll have him back on to talk to us here.
We're going to do an interview. I'll get the coach to come up.
All right. He'll probably go to the locker room first. After he comes out of the locker room, you want to come back and talk after he's done? Yeah.
Yeah, so this game here.
See you in a few minutes.
Trace will be on a 3-game road trip here now, starting Tuesday at Minford.
Yeah, I think this is our last broadcast with them right now, unless we do sectionals. Unless where are their away games?
They're at Minford, then Courthouse on next Saturday.
We might be at Courthouse. That's a possibility.
And they're at Leesburg on the 6th.
And we might be at Leesburg. I'm going to try to talk. I asked Rick if they played Leesburg. He said no.
That's what my schedule
It's on your schedule. Because they were undefeated. I said, hey, do we play them? And he goes, no, I don't think we do. The girls did, but I don't think the boys do.
Yeah, we played them next week.
They just lost, and last night they lost their first game of the year.
To North Adams.
North Adams. Which
at home. They lost at home.
Oh, at their home? I thought it was at North Adams.
No, it was at home.
Ooh, because I said losing at North Adams does not shock. At North Adams does not shock me. I mean, years ago they hired their own officials, but they lost it, and they were, from what I understood, not really in the game for a long time.
Yeah, they were down pretty well.
It wasn't like a last-second shot or anything like that. They were down and just not playing their style of game.
Yeah, so like I said, Trace will be at Minford on Tuesday, and then they're at Courthouse on Saturday, and then at Leesburg the following week. The Miami Trace girls are at Eastern Brown on Tuesday, and then
Eastern Brown used to have great basketball teams every year. Now
they're a little down this year, but again. Coach Pick, he's an excellent coach, and they'll be ready. They run great sets, and then always play 100% on the defensive end of the floor. And then on Thursday we go to Piketon.
I've got relatives I haven't seen in 50, 60 years, probably 60 years down in Piketon area. When I was pre-10, we used to go down there a lot and visit somebody. I think that person passed away, and we never went back down there again. We still had relatives, I'm sure, down there. I mean, there was more than one.
Mm-hmm.
But then as we got older, we didn't go back down there. So I haven't been to Pike. I could always tell when I got in the car and didn't know where we were going. But when I went by this one pond down, I was like, oh, we're going to Piketon.
Yeah. And just a tidbit of information for everybody who doesn't know, for this Trace Courthouse this next time around, they're doing things a little different. So the JV teams, well, the freshman boys play Friday night.
Right.
Then both JV teams, boys and girls, play after that. So it's freshman boys, JV girls, JV boys on Friday night. And then Saturday evening starting at 6, it's varsity girls, then varsity boys.
I heard that. Now, when I go down to South Carolina and watch my grandson, every night they play varsity girls, varsity boys, and then the next night will be reserve boys, reserve girls, and then once every now and then they'll play them all at the same night, freshmen all the way through. And usually that's on a Friday or a Saturday when they don't have to get up the next day because it's going to take longer to play. Here he comes. He's coming back out. Here comes Coach. I don't want to say his name wrong.
Brian
Southward. Okay. Wanted to make sure. Strolling this way comes Brian Southward. Brian,
hey.
First and foremost, congratulations on the victory tonight.
Thank you.
And another thing I want to thank you on is not having a heart attack during that game.
Yeah, first half I was kind of a little wound up. I was just trying to get him going.
Yeah.
I know we had a rough night last night.
Rick was trying to pull you off the court a couple times.
Yeah, finally, third quarter, the referee told me to stay back. So,
Good job, good job. Going into this game, what were you expecting?
well, from going last night, the gym last night at Jackson was like 140 degrees. And the first half, referees didn't make one single call. Volleys were flying everywhere. So we had a war last night. We came out with a big win, but I knew those kids were sore this morning. They were tired, and I knew coming in tonight I just didn't want it let down. That's why I was kind of up on the playing defense over here myself, trying to get them up.
Keep them going, yeah.
So I know this team coming in here, I knew they started 3 freshmen and a junior and a senior.
Right.
And I wanted to trap a lot more than I did, but I just couldn't do it. They were rotating very well. But
And you wanted to keep them out of foul trouble.
Yes.
And I thought you did a real good job because I know that going into the second half, Guthrie did not have a foul. And he got rested a lot in the first half. So I felt pretty good going in the second half that he was going to be fresh and with no fouls could play a little more loose.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times, too, they were setting a lot of screens, back screens. We weren't switching very well. Sometimes that could keep him out of foul trouble.
You're right, correct.
Plus, I had him up on top with another guy who usually was outside. That's what happens when a lot of teams play 5 out. I can't keep him down.
Right. But I thought you did a real good job. What coming out the second half? Coming out the second half, what was in your mindset, and how did the second half go in what you planned?
I just wanted to get the ball underneath. I wanted to get the ball underneath and get that settled, because then the outside would have came open.
Right, which we talked about earlier. Good.
But the thing is, they wanted to keep shooting 3, and I told them no more 3s. I want the ball inside. So
right.
That's our presence. Everyone knows it.
And second half, we were noticing it seemed like at the beginning of the game, you had a couple fouls where a guy went over, touched him on the elbow, yeah, but nobody lost the ball. Boom, foul. And then later in the game, we had a guy knocked in the head, a guy and there was nothing. And I'm like, boy, it's a different mindset of foul from the referees. And I'm a referee, so.
Right. Well, I know the 3 guys that were out there tonight. I knew they were going to let them play.
Yeah.
They don't call very many fouls, and that's fine. That's fine with me.
As long as it goes both ways. That's my point.
That's fine. Yeah, that's true. But it's like last night. They weren't calling very many fouls. We just have to go and play to where the referees are calling.
How do you look? I'm going to go back to one thing real quick. I noticed you were trying to get the ball to Matthews at the end to get him a foul, and didn't come about. And
that's fine. We got Dayton Stivers here toward the end of the year before Hillsborough.
That should be,
and that's my seniors will play a lot that night.
Good,
so.
good. And but now I'm trying to go back to what I was going to finish with. And what are you looking for in the next few games?
Well, we got to travel to Medford, which is going to be a pretty good game. I mean, they're tough. They got a kid, I think, averages 26 points a game. They got a couple bigs. We got to go down there and just take care of business, just like we did. We were right there with Hilliard Davidson
How
a
far
couple days
how
ago.
far is it to Minford from here?
I'm not quite sure. I know it's probably far.
It's
probably,
far. That's
Probably
what-
a pretty good jump.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
And then we got courthouse Saturday. We got to come back go into their place.
And no matter what, you know what courthouse is. I
Right.
mean, no matter what the records are, no matter anything, that's still courthouse.
That's where we're 8-0 in the league, and we got to go in there and try to take care of business and be 9-0. Then we got one more game left.
Right, and hopefully, and with that team coming in, hopefully that should be a W. But you got to wait and play it at that time. You know, you wait until everything's gone.
Right.
All right. Anything you want to add, Coach? Again, I want to thank you for a great game. Anything you want to add or tell the people?
Nope.
Congratulations, and we're looking forward to the next
All right.
few games.
Thank you.
Yeah, we were off the air quick last time. No, I didn't. I'm sort of used to you doing it. Hey, this is, again, Joe Davis and Sean Grove coming at you or saying goodbye to you after a nice game and a nice victory here at Miami Trace. Talk to you later. Good night.